What's up, YouTube? It's Desmond Johnson here from Pro Play Games with Team Zodiac's very own Justin Delhon coming off of a top 32 finish at YCS Anaheim. How's it feel, man?
It's pretty good, except I definitely am not happy with how I ended things.
Well, man, as always, you are one of my favorite players, and you've come back into the game with a force from nowhere, man. You just coming in and being great. So, what deck did you play?
Played ABCs with Galaxy, so Galaxy ABCs, I guess.
Galaxy ABC?
Oh my God, you stole my joke. That was my joke. He said he wasn't gonna do it, and he stole it. That's not fair.
Oh, well, they'll get over it. Let's get into this deck profile, man.
Right. So I played. I do it this way: 3 A's, 3 B's, 2 C's.
2 C's.
Stop. C's a brick, and it's just all these 8 are bricks. Kind of they don't do anything unless you have hanger. So I didn't want to play any more than I had to, and this card is the absolute worst one. So yeah, that's 3 soldiers, and then I didn't play thrashers because of transmodify. So 3 of each gadget. I played 6 gadgets because all my YCS tops are with 6 gadgets, so I thought that this would be fitting. And then, there's a big debate about Max C. A lot of people don't like playing it, a lot of people do like playing it. My logic on Max C is I don't like it when they do it to me, so I can only imagine they won't like it when I do it to them. So that's why I play
so
it.
sound. Such sound logic.
It's like Max C actually ruins your day sometimes. When it will put you on tilt because you're like, oh, I had a combo hand and now I have to stop. And even if you can stop, it still makes you unhappy. So I played 1 Raigeki because I hate this card. I think this card's absolute butt. But I really just didn't like going second, and I had to do it 50% of the time. So this was a card that could deal with every board my deck couldn't deal with, or eat a negate of a tree toad. There's so many things you can do with this where then the thing you want to do doesn't get stopped. So I played it. None of that really happened though. 2 Forbidden Chalice. This was because we thought the ruling was going to go against us with Alkahest versus ABC Dragon, but Konami decided to be bros and give ABCs that win. I don't think they were supposed to, but from what I'm told, I don't actually know how rules work, but my friend Justin, who played Metal Foes, said it shouldn't work like that, so maybe he's biased too. I actually just don't know. It's that guy. He also topped, by the way.
Shout out Justin Tams.
Yeah. But he doesn't have a team, so. I'm just kidding.
Team Canadian.
2 transmodify because I didn't want to play 3 because I don't like drawing multiples because when you draw multiples it's a brick, blah blah blah, all that stuff. 3 Twin Twisters, and then 3 of the card that this card is the prayer card.
You played 3 Desires.
Stop. This card is the prayer card because 2 things happen. You pray for 2 different things. You pray to draw the cards you need, and you pray not to banish the cards that will wreck you for getting banished. So this one time this happened, I desired into double desires. That happened once, but that's gonna happen in life. And then 6 hangers. There's 3 terraforming, 3 hangers. And then the traps I played were 2 barriers, warning, and emptiness. I realized we went full retard, not playing. I shouldn't have said that. That was politically incorrect. But we went full stupid not playing warning because this card deals with everything that this card deals with. It was just this card played around Twin Twister, but the only deck playing Twin Twister was water or ABC, which means this card was always dead. So it's warning stops Neptibus, warning stops everything. So you might as well play warning. And then I played emptiness because it's so broken, but it's a butt card. It's the most fragile trap in the entire game, by far. Extra deck. I'm gonna take this off now. This was too much. These were the rank 5s I played. These 3. That's actually a lie. I also played this guy. And there was crazy. There was one match where I brought out 3 Galaxy Soldiers and made lightning for game.
You can just make lightning because you feel
like it was insane. I went Galaxy Soldier, lightning for game. But then I woke up because that actually never happens. And so that's just never going to happen in a million years. Obviously, I played Utopia with it. The only XYZs I made all weekend were Tsukiyomi, GGX, and Abyss Dweller. Oh, and Diamond Dire Wolf. These ones, Emerald never got made, Castell never got made, and I didn't make Totally Awesome. I tried, but all my opponents told me I was cheating when I put 2 gadgets over into this.
Oh my god!
They all just knew I couldn't do that. It was
Ladies and gentlemen, the funniest duelist around.
And then 3 Buster Dragons. So that was everything here is pretty standard. I think if you play the ABC build, except for maybe Emerald. If you notice, I didn't play Instant Fusion, so we didn't have to play Norden. I wanted to play Instant Fusion as a one-of, which is stupid. But I was the only reason I wanted to play it was to play Rhapsody, but I couldn't cut anything for the Rhapsody, because I had to cut something for the Norden, so it was one or the other. So I just played neither. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah, that's what happened. And then the last thing is 3 cherries. I resolved this on Buster Dragon a couple times. It was really good, but I want to say that it was good what I did, but it probably wasn't. I cherries an Emerald. And that was like the coolest thing I did all weekend. I was playing a mirror match that went into a very, very grindy state of game where all of our stuff was managed. And so he had no traps left, and my only chance to win was on the last turn of time was to make a Utopia Lightning. And he had no traps, and he had 2 level 4s. So he was about to he was attacked me, and then he was like main phase 2, and I was like cherries. And I had 3 back row, and I cherries and I picked Emerald. And everyone was like confused because when you're in time, people are watching. They're like, "Why would you do that?" And in my head, it was like the only way I lose is if he drew a trap for turn. But I don't think he drew a trap for turn because he normal summoned a gadget and he didn't do that the turn before. So I just had to read that the card he drew for turn was gadget. So if he drew a trap off Emerald, I could have lost. So that's why I did that. Turns out he was never making Emerald, and he was very confused at what I was doing. So I looked really dumb. But he made a Diamond Dire Wolf, and that was his play from the get go.
Just in case anyone thought you were dumb.
Yeah,
an explanation.
I had to explain. I want when people watch you and they don't know what you're thinking, and you want them to know what you're thinking because it looks stupid what you did. That was that moment right there. 2 Ghost Ogre for I decided in the mirror going second sometimes. It just depended on how it felt about what version of the deck they were playing. But for the most part, it was just for Pendulum. The card that is really broken, but I never actually drew. I drew it once, and the one time I drew it, it was godly, but they scooped. So the field is you make Infinity Buster with this so that you can use Buster on their turn twice, but people, when you go first with that board, almost always scoop when you use Buster's effect once. It just happens in the mirror match. But this card's really good. It's better than the Scramble card, Scott Page. The best card in my side deck all weekend was 100% this card. Desmond gave me the idea to play this again. We played it in Vegas for our ARG list, and this for way back when Magicians were the deck. But this card is insane against Metal Foes because when you go first with it, you can lock them out of the game. People say that you can pop monsters and stuff, but that's fine because you can lock their scales, and it makes their turn a lot worse when they can't start putting cards into their extra deck freely, right? So he was definitely just right about that. I'm speaking to you in the third person. Isn't that weird? This card is also Graceful Charity, which is really cool. You can just draw it for turn going first or second against that deck and just activate it and get to... It's really cool. You can activate it, draw 2 cards, discard 1 because you have to resolve, and discard a piece. And anytime you discard a piece, that means if you have the field spell in your hand, you have 1 ABC Buster Dragon. Just already you have it. So that's really good about this card. Yeah, it enables. The card I lost to, System Down. Long story short, I put him on... You either will beat me with System Down in top 32, or I win the game with my board. And he had it. He had it. How can a trap deck beat you with a spell? That's not fair. And then Anti-Spell Fragments. I won a bunch of games with this, at more than 1, less than 3. But it's really, really good. This card, I was considering maining it, but it's so butt going second that I just couldn't do it. And then, that's the deck profile. If I would change anything, because I know you're supposed to ask that, but you probably weren't going to ask that, is I would really consider main decking the cherries. We all went full dumb because we were like, you can't cherries the Metal Foe matchup because they'll just make a different fusion and still beat you. But the only fusion that beats you is the Alkahest. So you can cherries it when they activate their fusion spell, and anything they make on your turn isn't going to do anything to you. And this is a blowout game 1 in the mirror. This card lets you go second and have 2 Max Cs and 3 of this. So you have 5 outs going second with this card. And the other thing you can do in the mirror is when you have this main deck and they don't, if you go first and make Buster, you can tribute the Buster Dragon. It's Tsukiyomi Buster. You can tribute the Buster Dragon after you've used his effect to special summon, and when you tribute it, you chain the cherries because you only have 1 card and they'll have a gadget and a monster or a... the play is actually this. You go Buster effect, discard a card to target their gadget or their ABC monster. Then you go Tribute Buster in response to that, chain cherries because they still technically have 2 monsters because Buster hasn't resolved. I'm not sure if that made sense, but that's what the play is. So so that's why I wanted to main it. But it was really cool. I realized it in round 2, which was not helpful. So we couldn't change our tech. But that's the deck. It's very similar to the one I used for Atlanta. It was a lot of fun. I really like this deck. I'm really sad that Zodiac deck is coming out because this is not going to be good, and I want to play this a lot. And yeah, so that's kind of it.
All right, man. Thanks for doing this.